Well, welcome to a Pubshed's beer review. This is going to be the first of several, hopefully. Huge thank you to Greene King for supplying us the beer. We have 12 of their most excellent, finest ales to sample, and hopefully I'll be giving you some feedback that might say, just kind of give you some ideas about the flavours involved. And obviously, beer tasting is very subjective anyway. The best way to find out is to go out and try for yourselves, of course. So, by all means, do go and buy a bottle after you've heard these reviews. Also, a big thank you to beerology.ca. That's their form there, which we'll be using tonight to help guide us through the beer tasting process. So that can be downloaded free of charge from their website www.beerology.ca. Okay, well, tonight's little beauty is a Greene King ale called Suffolk Springer. You can see here it's a premium dark ale, so we'll be testing this out. Alcohol 6%, so it should have quite a powerful kick to it, hopefully. Well, let's start off by giving it a pour. Now, on the sheet, the very first question itself is about the appearance of the ale, so we'll try and get it here in shot of the camera. So we'll see what we can do. There we are. Okay, so this is quite a dark ale by the look of it. I'd say we're on to copper to dark brown colour. It's got a nice head to it by the look of it so far. Could be a bit bigger, but there we are. Oops, my mistake, pouring. So initial appearance is very inviting, and I think to be honest, let's give it a let's mark it on the sheet. Clarity, well, it's certainly very clear. I don't know if you'll see that on the camera, but it is absolutely clear. And the head, well, I'd say it's good. It's not persisting too long there on the glass, but it's certainly not bad. So clarity, brilliant, and head between poor and good. We'll give it in the middle there, I'd say. Okay, so next comes the great bit really. It's the smell, isn't it? The aroma. So let's take in that smell. Well, certainly very, I'd say quite chestnutty almost. You can really sort of smell the nuttiness there. A little bit of caramel perhaps. Yeah, there's definitely quite a lot of character to it. So smell, that's tricky. I'd say it's relatively moderate in intensity. Balances towards the sweeter end, I'd say, and you can definitely pick out, like I say, nuttiness and caramels in that one in particular. So that's quite interesting. Okay, let's get on to the flavour. Right, so here we go. Yeah, there's definitely a sort of nuttiness involved with that. Quite malty. You can really taste that coming through. Quite a lingering flavour too. You tend to get with the more stronger ales. That's definitely lasting a long time on the palate there. So beautiful, longer lasting flavours there. And not too intense. It's got quite a warming aftertaste. Again, that's down to the high alcohol there. But really, I mean, flavours. Yeah, I'd say it's definitely caramelly. You can taste the sort of nuttiness coming through in the taste as well. Almost a kind of toasty taste to it, if I can go as far as to say that. Hop wise, I would say they're quite earthy. You could definitely taste that. It's quite a not exactly not a hugely bitter aftertaste, but it is certainly in those realms. So yeah, it's not bad at all really. Overall balance wise, it's more towards the sweet end. Intensity is towards the strong end, I'd say, and overall impression is, yeah, pretty darn nice, to be honest. So heading beyond neutral towards the nice side of the scale there. Just to clarify, there's the scale that we're using tonight, so hopefully you can see that. And I'm just making notes as we go along there, so give an overall feedback of that particular beer. Okay, let's take another sip. The next question is talking about the mouthfeel, so I guess that's the texture inside the mouth. We've got body, carbonation and sensation to look at, so we'll quickly get on with that. Well, yeah, immediately I'd say that's medium to full body. It's really quite thick on the palate, I'd say. Medium towards full. Carbonation is not Not particularly strong. No, I'd say that's faint to lively. It's definitely not overbearing. Sensation, well, like I said earlier, I think quite warming really is one of the options. Quite warming and quite creamy is another option there. So I think both of those would clarify, would be applicable here. Yeah, that's it there. Now the last part of this is about the finish. Well, as I said, it's very long lasting, in part due to the high alcohol content, but it does certainly give you a nice long finish, a warming finish. Be quite nice around Christmas time, this one, to be honest. Intensity, I'm going to go towards the strong side there, and overall balance, well, let's just go for it one more time. Why not? Okay, so overall, yeah, it's certainly, say, more caramelly, more sweet, slightly bitter aftertaste, but it's certainly not off-putting by any means. So perhaps go towards the bitter aftertaste there for the finish. Now, in terms of craftsmanship, well, I suppose it's brewed by Greene King. It's got that quality control behind it there. So full marks there. Freshness, it's clearly been bottled within its sell-by date, and you know, taste that's perfect. But in terms of freshness, personal taste, I like it very much. It's quite strong. You wouldn't need to have many, but it certainly is a lovely one. Like I say, maybe a kind of festive ale there to go around Christmas time. So I would give that a sort of like. Now, in terms of, I'm going to give this a rating out of 5 pints or 5 pint glasses in terms of a rating. So I think overall I'm going to give this 4 out of 5 pints. A really cracking ale there. Lovely finish. Like I say, just that slight bitter aftertaste. Might not be to everyone's taste, but certainly overall a good solid first ale that I've tasted from Greene King. So thank you very much.